Okay, well, there's something that comes up in tournament poker that doesn't come up in cash games, and the announcers talk about it a little bit here. And I'm going to go ahead and just play the hand, and then we'll talk about it. So here we had he flopped a straight, and James is going to check raise, which is viable. And I draw a heavy board like this,
And then just
and
kind of seeing what
I'm going to get a
develops,
call.
maybe fold to turn bets. But by calling, you at least strengthen your range to not auto fold to all check raises. And holding the ace yourself, you block some two pairs that can go for value like this.
Rybov is gonna make the call.
And it's a draw board too, so that's important.
Nearly $2 million in the middle.
You could have a flush draw. Something you want to keep in mind a lot of times is when you're raising, you want to make sure you have draws
IMAX view
in your
of
range.
this board.
Not only made hands and sets. Otherwise, it's real easy to play against you. People that sometimes will check raise a board that's very static, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense because usually only better is calling. But I digress.
Doesn't change much.
Jeff Platt's interviewing him. Oh. That's so fucking loud.
So here we have 1.9 million in the pot.
All right, interview's over. I think you're good for now.
And he has about 2.7 million behind.
After this turn.
So it's a fairly big pot already. Blinds are 80K.
And James shouldn't stop as well. He still has that straight. I wouldn't bet too big here because you don't want to lose your customer that's drawing dead. Like half pot, maybe? Wow, he just jams?
All of it.
It's weird. I know what he's doing. He's trying to say, I've got a big draw. Please call me. But
or he's just protecting his hand.
I'm not in love with it, especially if his opponent might be willing to fold ace-jack, for example.
Randy, what are the implications if you think your opponent might be on a flush draw? Is this something you would do to...
He's trying to sell the story that he's got 5x of diamonds.
That he's on a draw,
Yeah. But 2.7 million chips is, what, 30 some on big blinds, 35 or so. It's a big bet.
As a bad poker player, and explain why this is bad, Randy, I would like to be all in here because I would hate to see a diamond or a spade on the river.
Right, but if your opponent has ace-8, ace-king, ace-queen, they literally are drawing dead, and now you might be missing out on another million chips or so.
Okay.
That's pretty important. Yeah, you see he's showing the ace face up, and I would assume that James will regret his play now because he was hoping to get called by an ace.
Okay, and I want to talk about what they were talking about. In a cash game, yes, it is ridiculous to overbet because the range of hands, let me back up a little bit here so we can see the hands again. The range of hands that is going to call you are a lot of aces, you know, and so you don't want to blow ace-x out of the water. You don't want to blow diamond draws out of the water. If you bet half pot, for example, you're giving them 3-1. They need 4-1 to call. So you're not giving them the right price. You're charging draws. Plus you have a straight here. You want aces to call, so you don't want to blow them out of the water. So in a cash game, never in a million years would I just jam the river here for a slight overbet because there's too much that will call you that's worse. And you want to charge that, which is worse. So it is 100% correct what the announcers are saying as far as this is a terrible play in a cash game. In a tournament, it's a different story. I'll show another hand in a minute here against Moreno, who's a very active player. If you're up against an active player who will bluff a lot, and he bluffs a lot. Let's say he's got you covered by a large amount on chip stacks, so he can make the call and still be okay in tournaments. And if you're out of position, there are so many bad river cards that come here, right? There's a spade, there's a diamond. I don't think I would be worried about a board pair, of course, as played. But there are a lot of river cards that are going to be bad. Half the deck is you're not going to love it. And so let's say you got the straight here, and let's say you block bet or you just check, and the opponent jams on you, and you know he's an active player, and you're checking because you're out of position and the draw came in. Now what do? Are you really going to call it off of your tournament life? 35, 40 big blinds, even if you're deeper, let's say, are you going to call off 50 big blinds and 40 big blinds? You're in a tough spot. It really sucks. And right now, there is a ton of money in there. So I think in tournaments, there is a case to be made where it is okay to just jam here and get rid of everything. And yes, this is bad playing cash because this will lose you money in the long run, playing like this in a cash game. But in a tournament where chips are so important, you're in the money, there's money jumps, there's ICM, and especially if you're out of position against a real aggro player, you're happy to just take it down. I mean, there's probably 30 big blinds in the middle, 25 big blinds, whatever it is in the middle, and you can go from 30 to 50 to 60, and then you're sitting wonderful in the tournament. And if half the deck shows up on the river and you check any jams, now what are you going to do? You're probably going to be forced to fold. And now that was your whole stack. I mean, if you look at the stat to pot ratio, he has just over a pot size bet left. Now, granted, let's say if he had 10 million behind him, this is horrible. But since he only has just over a stack to pot ratio behind, I don't mind the jam at all. I'll show you another example here where it's okay to just take the pot down. And that's a big difference between tournaments and cash games. You would never go all in here on with a SPR 1 in a cash game. That's just horrible. But I think there's definitely an argument to be made to do this in the money in a tournament because that extra 30 big blinds is worth a lot more money than if you have 60, 65 bigs, that's a big difference between 25, 30 blinds. And it's the difference is you didn't shove the turn. And now you're against an aggro player out of position. He jams. Now you're in a pickle. You're forced to fold. I'd be happy to just take the money down here. Now, I'll just show you another example real quick here. Okay, example number 2 here. We got Moreno. He's a super aggro player. He bluffs every opportunity you can. Every opportunity is available, he takes it. And it's pretty crazy how much he bluffs and he gets away with it. So anyway, he's super aggro. Everybody knows it. So when he raises in the cutoff, HU, I guess, 3 bets to 75 with queen jack off. Okay. He does this and
done making Andrew Moreno predictions.
Smart in like distance, but
Moreno opened and got 3 bet.
He bluffed last time, so he has it
faster than the speed of light.
now.
Yeah, I think that's the law of averages. It's going to be tough for him to have it in this particular spot. Top 2 pair, tough to beat.
Yeah, if he has it,
Even
he
if
flopped the
teleportation was on
flush.
the table, they would have to physically get there first and set up the teleportation, which would take.
How do you know that to be true?
yeah, this is
all.
this is
Thing.
this is more
That's
than
thing.
bluffing. I know you're just doing the thing. You just
Stare.
told us you did.
Not even looking at the guy.
The jig
Is he looking at him? Maybe.
This is just my opinion. For fuck's sake.
Well, don't.
You know what? All right.
All right, so he bets 35, really small.
Just enjoy
I
the
mean,
full
and this
game.
is fine.
It's fine. Seriously,
I'll mute just a second. That's fine. I mean, GTO says on a monotone board like this, you want to bet small. So he bets small, continuation bets. There's a 3-better. I like it. And then we get Moreno calling.
I'm just kidding. I do enjoy your comment.
Turn card.
All right, so now we have 240,000 in the pot, and he's got 312 behind. Against Moreno, since there's so many bad river cards, honestly, I just like a jam here. I like to stick it in, take the money. You have it about an SPR 1, and there's so many bad river cards. What are you going to do if a jack comes, if a diamond comes, if a 9 comes, if a 10 comes, if an ace comes? And you know if you check to him, he's jamming. Moreno is jamming if you check to him, period. He's got you covered by a lot. So, he can jam, and if he's wrong, he's still got 600,000, right? So he's going to take that chance. But what does is he ends up checking, which I don't like at all. I like at least betting, and I think since the SPR is close to 1, just put it in. I mean, you don't have much more than a pot size bet left. Well, you're going to bet 150 and then fold on a river. So he doesn't want to do that, so he checks. And now we get a 10 of diamonds. Again, about the worst card you could have asked for, right? Now there's a 4 to a flush out there, and Hawk doesn't like it. And Moreno knows Hawk doesn't like it. Why Moreno didn't bet the turn, I know sometimes you'll get snapped off by ace-side diamonds or not made flush or something, but most of the time you're good. You're good most of the time. So Queen Jack, 3-3. I'm jamming the turn. He checks. Hey, Moreno. We'll see in a minute here. Tank. Don't know what to do, even though I know I'm going to fire. And the announcers are talking about whether he has it or not. And they all think he does.
Moreno ships it.
Different like frequency of.
If he doesn't have it, this is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Say that one more
Look
time,
at the
sorry.
spot he has put who in.
Basically, I feel like you can. There could be an ET like right here, but if they're just outside of the visible spectrum of light that we can.
Anthony Who, the saddest Who in Whoville right now.
I would time shift right now on this river card.
Sometimes I feel like many people have like felt like, oh, I feel like there's something here, there's something there.
Well,
It's like, well,
we'll
what
see
is
it in
that?
a
Maybe
second
you're, like,
here.
getting
But
close.
basically, Moreno bluffs him. Moreno has Jack 10. He turned Jack 10 into a bluff because it's a perfect
Randy,
river
can you-
card.
We're so limited
If I can fast forward
Turn
here,
without ever making
eventually.
a call like that.
Jack 10 of spades.
Jack
So-
10 of
So he had
spades.
Jack 10 of spades. So we missed it there, but that's what he had. Jack 10 of spades. So bottom line is, who could have taken down a big stack, 20 some big blinds, just taken it down and gone from 30 to 50. And instead, he lost like 10, right? Or well, I'm not sure what he started with, but this makes a big difference in tournaments. And this is why I know in a cash game, it is terrible. Of course, on a cash game, I would have bet the turn as well. But this stuff can happen in a tournament. And I got knocked out of my first main event by letting a free card come off. And then I had such a good flop. And then when the turn came a bad turn card, I couldn't fold because I was married to my hand, which was bad on me. But if I just check raised the flop, I would have taken it down and been great and moved on forward. And who knows what would have happened. But in tournaments, sometimes it's best to just take it down. It might not be, I'm not sure what GTO says. It's probably not GTO approved. It's not cash game approved. But in tournaments, sometimes it's best to just take it down, especially if your SPR is close to 1, and get those chips. So hopefully this is helpful. If you disagree, if you want to make comments, feel free to do so below. We had a little Patreon thing, so if you give me $1, I would appreciate it. And we'll talk to y'all later.